Today, cinema lost one of its rarest lights. A man whose face you never forgot, whose presence could fill the screen even without saying a single word. German actor Udo Kier, the legend of cult films, Arthouse cinema, and some of Hollywood's strangest and boldest roles, has passed away at the age of 81. His partner Delbert McBride confirmed the news. No drama, no noise, just a quiet, peaceful end for a man whose career was anything but quiet. Udo Kier's story didn't begin in fame, it began in chaos. He was born in Cologne in 1944, in the middle of World War II. Moments after he entered the world, the hospital was bombed. Baby Udo and his mother were buried under rubble but somehow survived. That survival, that miracle, became the first chapter in a life that often felt larger than the movies he starred in. He grew up without a father, raised by his mother in a Germany trying to rebuild itself. As a child, he sang in church, performed as an altar boy, and discovered something inside himself, a voice, a presence, a way of commanding a room. Even before he acted, he knew how to perform. At 18, he left Germany alone, heading to London with barely anything. All he wanted was to learn English. He didn't know this small choice would open the door to 60 years of cinema, over 220 films, and one of the most unforgettable careers in European and Hollywood filmmaking. Udo didn't become a star the traditional way. He didn't chase fame. He became a legend because he was fearless. In the early 1970s, films like Flesh for Frankenstein and Blood for Dracula changed everything. His face, sharp, intense, hypnotic, made him a cult icon overnight. Directors loved him because he didn't follow rules. He broke them. He could play a villain, a prophet, a psycho, a king sometimes, all in a single scene. Visionary filmmakers like Fassbinder, Werner Herzog, Lars von Trier, Gus Van Sant, Dario Argento, they all saw something special in him. He could bring elegance to madness, softness to horror, mystery to every frame. And even when he stepped into Hollywood, he remained unforgettable. Ventura, Petitechevi, Armageddon, My Own Private Idaho, Barbed Wire, Downsizing. Even small roles became impossible to ignore because Udo Kier brought something nobody else had. And for gamers, he was the iconic voice of Yuri in Command and Conquer. Red Alert 2, one of the most feared villains in gaming history. But behind the intensity, behind the characters, behind that haunting screen presence, was a gentle, soft-spoken man who loved art, gardening, and quiet life. He lived openly as a gay man at a time when Hollywood was not kind to such honesty, but he never hid. He never apologized. He lived exactly as he was, and that made him even more inspiring. He moved to Palm Springs in the early 1990s, where he built a peaceful life with friends, artists, and a chosen family that loved him deeply. On November 23, 2025, that extraordinary life came to a calm end, a natural death. No complications, no long struggle, just a peaceful goodbye. He leaves behind an estimated net worth of around $4 million, but what he truly leaves behind is far greater. A legacy of fearlessness, creativity, and roles that still send chills down the spine. Udo Kier was not just an actor, he was a presence, a myth, a spirit that lived somewhere between horror, beauty, and pure art. The child born under bombs, the young man who dared to leave everything behind, the artist who took over continents, the icon who redefined what a character could be. Tonight, we say goodbye. But the truth is, Udo Kier will never really leave. His films will keep breathing, his characters will keep haunting, and his legacy will echo long after the final curtain. Rest in peace, Udo Kier. Your story will never fade.